Could the Toronto Maple Leafs be eyeing a game-changing addition as they gear up for the playoffs? Speculation is buzzing around a possible trade that could see a talented center joining the ranks, providing the depth and experience that could elevate the team's performance. What does this mean for their playoff aspirations? If you want to be the first to know about this exciting development, don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up. The Toronto Maple Leafs might just be on the brink of something big, as whispers about a potential trade with the Pittsburgh Penguins are swirling around the league. Now, I know what you're thinking. Here we go again with trade rumors. But hear me out. This time, the name Kevin Hayes has emerged as a candidate that could be a perfect fit for our team. We've been searching for that elusive third-line center since the season started, and while there's been a lot of speculation, this feels different. Hayes is a player who, despite a rough patch this season, could bring a lot of value to the Leafs as we gear up for the playoffs. I mean, let's face it, we all want to see this team finally make a deep run, right? Him is standing at 6'5" and weighing in at 216 pounds, has the physicality and skill set that could bolster our lineup. He was picked 24th overall by the Chicago Blackhawks in 2010, but didn't reach an agreement with them. Instead, he inked a deal with the New York Rangers and spent 5 solid seasons there, tallying 87 goals and 129 assists over 361 games. Sure, his numbers with the Penguins this season, just 8 goals and 4 assists with a -16 rating, aren't exactly jaw-dropping. But let's not forget that he has a history of being a reliable player, even making an all-star appearance in the past. What intrigues me most is that this could be a classic buy low situation for the Leafs. Hayes is in the midst of a tough season, and that could make him more accessible. He's known for being versatile and capable of stepping up defensively when needed, which is crucial as we look to solidify our roster. I think we could really use someone like him who can contribute both offensively and defensively, especially when the games get tight in the playoffs. But there are hurdles to jump. The Penguins would need to retain some of Hayes' salary, currently at $714 million. That's a hefty price tag, and while Philadelphia is already retaining $3.5 million, we'd need Pittsburgh to step in and help us out a bit more. It's something that could be worked out, especially since the Leafs have a retention slot available. Then there's the fact that Kyle Dubas, our former GM, is now the one calling the shots in Pittsburgh. It could be a tricky situation, negotiating, with someone who knows our organization so well. But if Brad Treliving can navigate that relationship successfully, this could be the move that changes everything for us. Now, do I believe this is the right path? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, Hayes brings experience and a skill set that could complement our existing roster. But on the other, there's the uncertainty of how he'll fit in and whether he can rediscover his form. We've seen so many. Players struggle when moving teams, and I'd hate to see us trade assets for someone who doesn't pan out. But let's dream for a second. Imagine the impact of adding Hayes to our lineup. He's a player who has shown he can perform in the playoffs with 26 points in 56 postseason games. If he could find that groove again with us, it could be the spark we need to make a real playoff push, and I'm here to break down the latest news. It seems that after a lot of speculation, there's a strong indication that our captain will indeed suit up for Team USA. This is a huge development, especially considering the concerns surrounding his health this season. Matthews has already missed games due to injuries, and with the added pressure of a tournament, many fans, including myself, were worried that putting him in harm's way could lead to further setbacks. Just when we thought the situation couldn't get more complicated, we learned that Alex Pietrangelo has withdrawn from Team Canada to focus on his health and the regular season with Vegas. This added layer of uncertainty only amplified calls for Matthews to step back and avoid risk. However, NHL insider Pierre Lebrun has shed light on the situation. He reported that GM Bill Guerin met with Austin this morning, and it appears to be a green light for him to play. This is fantastic news for Team USA, but let's be real. It's a double-edged sword for us Maple Leafs fans. The thought of seeing our captain in action is exciting, but the anxiety of watching him potentially get injured again during an exhibition is haunting. So, what does this mean for the Leafs? Matthews has been phenomenal this season, with 20 goals and 18 assists in 35 games. He's heating up too, with an impressive 15 points in his last 11 games. It's clear he's finding his rhythm again. But here's the kicker. If he can carry that momentum into the tournament, it could set him up for an explosive second half of the season once he returns. I can't help but feel a mix of hope and anxiety. Do you think this was the best decision? Honestly, I'm torn. On one hand, the experience could be invaluable for him, and it's a chance to represent his country on a big stage. On the other hand, every time he steps on that ice, I'm holding my breath, praying he comes out unscathed. And it doesn't help that his teammate William Nylander joked about needing to politely ask Matthews to join in the scrums. It's all fun and games until someone gets hurt, right? As the tournament approaches, I can't stress enough how critical this is for both Matthews and the Leafs. We need him healthy and performing at his best if we are to chase that elusive championship. The stakes are high, and every game counts. When the US faces Finland on February 13th, we'll be watching closely, hoping for a strong start and please, no injuries. So what do you think? Is this the right path for Matthews? I want to hear your opinions down below. How do you feel about the risks involved versus the potential rewards? It's an emotional roller coaster, and I know we're all riding it together. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on all things Maple Leafs. Don't forget to activate the notification bell to get all the latest updates. Let's keep the conversation going and support our team as they navigate this season. The road ahead is filled with uncertainty, but together, we're in for the ride.